The weightlifting is something now that happened after my retirement, but it also inspired me in the second phase of my life. Because when you're an athlete, you retire at 35 years old like I did, you have a long way to live. So what are you going to do? Many people they don't know what they're going to do. And I knew that no matter what I was going to be, to the public, Carl Lewis. So how do I inspire myself to continue to make the best of that? Well, it's taken me a few years to evolve into what I really wanted to do. And 10 years, I knew I wanted to be an actor. I knew I wanted to be in entertainment. But how does that manifest and how does it work? It took me time to transition that. But when it seemed like, gosh, I was hitting a brick wall or it wasn't working out for me, then you turn around and you really have to go back and reevaluate what you want to accomplish. And when you see Sri Chinmoy lifting weights and lifting cars and doing things, then it just says you have to evolve. Because I remember when he was a sprinter and then a distance runner and then now he's a weightlifter. So he's evolved in how he transcends himself to disciples, to the public, to the world. But the constant has always been love, and it's been peace, and it's been positive and uplifting. So I try to apply those same things. So now, being in entertainment and as an actor, what do? It took me 10 years to realize that if I ran away from the past as an athlete, then I took a huge core of who I was out of my future. So it's funny now that my acting career is starting to come around based on acting in things that are related to track and field. I started running a little bit because I realized that was such an important part of me that when I didn't run, something was missing in me. So the next few years, they'll see me in movies and television shows and things, but guess what? They're based on running, but it also gives me an energy that was missing. And so when I can reconcile with understanding that part of me is going to always be an important core of what I do, then it makes the other part more real and more attainable because it is who I am. So that's really what Sri Chinmoy has taught. He's always been the same person to all of us, loving and caring, as he has evolved and challenged other people to do different things. Well, harmony for me is something that I fortunately have had my entire life. I see a lot of young people today, especially in our society, that have fractured homes, that have difficult times, and had tough upbringing in childhood. But I had such harmony throughout my life. I had wonderful parents. They were very spiritual and loving. And for me, that's what I tried to give back. Every child in the world wants to be loved, wants to be cared for, wants to be supported. So for me, that's what it's about. It's very simplistic. We try to do such grand things, and I know people try to do all of these different things to make create harmony in their world or with their family or with their kids. And the thing that I do is always bring it down to a simplistic thing. When parents, for instance, come to me and say, well, my kid's a great athlete, they're wonderful, what should I do, how should I train them, how should I prepare them? I tell them, there's really no correlation between a 9-year-old and a 19-year-old in athletics. You're not sure. He could be great at 9 and terrible at 19, or terrible at 9 like me and great at 19. So what you can do is just love them and support them, and then they will be successful in whatever they do. I feel that, first of all, sport is a tremendous opportunity to promote peace in people's lives and togetherness and inclusiveness. The lessons you learn as an athlete are lessons that are tremendous for anyone's life. Number one, teamwork, hard work, dedication, togetherness, support, love, extending, everything that's wonderful. If you compete at your best, those lessons are in sports every day. And when I retired, I started my own foundation. And the focus of the foundation was to use sports and track and field to get kids to exercise. And it's really, we only focus on kids 18 and under. That has just been something that I've really received a lot of joy from, because I see these kids and I see the energy, and when I'm in their presence, it just changes me. Well, my message for young people all over the world is that there's something to learn from everyone. When in America, we take for granted things that other people wish they had. Most of us have something to eat, and we have opportunity, we have clothes, we have housing, we have these things. And we don't deal with the famine and problems that may be in somewhere in India or in Africa, in these places. But let's flip it. When I go to Africa or India or these places, I see a joy that Americans don't understand, because all of a sudden those very things are not important, but just family and love and spirituality are important. There's a place in India that I've been to named Pune. It's Pune, India. It's not very big, and a lot of the place was so poor, but that to me is where I saw what we can learn, because they valued relationships and their spirituality. They were happier than any Americans that I could see. They don't have any of the modern things that we have every day that we take for granted. They don't have it, but they were happier than we are.
Trying to tie an out order for 4 consecutive gold medals in a single event, 35-year-old Carl Lewis. And look at his reaction. He knows he just caught a big